What's up, guys? It's Dubgad Wells here, or Danny Wells, whichever you want to call me. This is my first video for the NASCAR Rant series, or Dubgad Rants, whichever one you call it. This is going to be Double Standards, is what I'm going to be talking about today. There's only a handful of clips in this, so this should probably be about a 10 to 15 minute video, maybe a bit longer. I don't know. I don't want to bore you guys too much because I know only like maybe 15 people are going to watch this, and that's about it. But that's about really all this intro is going to be. It's really short. So the first clip that I'm going to show talks about Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano. Let's get into it.
Right there, Matt Kenseth, he really lost his entire race car and able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught this slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kenseth slides, caution comes out.
Okay, so obviously that was, you saw what happened there. Joey Logano spun up Matt Kenseth for a win, basically, at Kansas Speedway during the chase, or playoffs, or whatever you want to call it. At this time, it was still the chase. Actually, no, it was playoffs. Playoffs for sure. Yeah. So, so he spun him out for a win because, you know, competitor. But, and obviously Logano got a lot of flack for that, and people hated on him for it. But then, something happened that got a lot of cheers later on at Martinsville.
And Kenseth cleared by Logano, maybe no! Kenseth takes him out! Logano into the wall! Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Okay, so there's what happened. Kenseth basically full on takes out Logano. Now, the difference between these two clips is one was, I guess, both of them were basically undeserving, honestly. But one was just an innocent little spin. But this one was a much different situation. Kenseth literally waited on Logano and took him out on purpose. Did Logano spin Kenseth out on purpose? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. He kind of just wanted to just move him up out of the way. Didn't mean to spin him. Who knows? But the difference is when Logano spun out Kenseth, everyone hated on Logano for it. But then when Kenseth got him back and actually like put him in the wall full speed, Kenseth got cheered for it. So basically, what I don't understand is why is it okay for one guy to wreck somebody, but somebody not to wreck the other? So, what I mean by that is, say if Logano spun somebody out, they'd get pissed at Logano for it, because I guess you could say it was undeserving. But in this case, Kenseth wrecked Logano in a matter where it was probably undeserving. Or, well, maybe it was deserving, but it's undeserving to me. Because Kenseth is upset in this race because of a wreck that happened earlier with Kenseth and Keselowski. And Logano had honestly nothing to do with that wreck. So then, after that wreck happens, Kenseth stays on comes back out on the racetrack, is slow, and then when Logano catches up to him, he takes him out. And what the real main problem of this is this was what ruined Logano's championship hopes right here. Even though this was the first race of the round of 8, and the person who won this race was Jeff Gordon, and that really did change the playoffs for sure. Honestly, almost everybody can agree with this. Logano was more than likely about to head on to win this race. You can debate with me on that for sure, but I almost guaranteed Logano was going to win this race. He had the best car, but he didn't. And then he went to Texas, blew a tire, had a problem there, and then I can't remember what happened at Phoenix. I think he just had a bad race. And this is what ruined Logano's championship. And I think he probably would have won the championship this year. But it ended up going to Kyle Busch. But that is a complete different story, and I will get to that another time. Trust me. But, once again, I'm just really upset. This was just one example of something, and I don't like it. I just think it's stupid that Kenseth got cheered for something that is really stupid, because, you know, most of the time when people are like, oh, he wrecked him on purpose, it's bad, it's mean, or something like that, and it's stupid that this guy's getting cheered for it, because it's somebody that most people don't like. Like, it shouldn't work like that. This isn't wrestling. This is real. This is more or less real stuff. This isn't like wrestling where it's, you know, scripted or, you know, planned out ahead of time and there's a bad guy and a good guy. Yeah, there should be bad guys, good guys in NASCAR because, you know, to keep fans in it, you know, you have someone to cheer, someone to boo. But I don't know. I just don't like it because I thought Kenseth was a coward for that move. And, yeah, it was just really stupid to me, honestly. It was really dumb. But that's all on this part. There's more right after this, and it's a whole other situation and a completely different track. 3 separate races. Let's get to that right now.
Can Gregson get to the bumper through 8? gets underneath. Gillen and Gregson go side by side and around. Justin Haley is going to come through and win in Canada.
Nemechek right on the bumper of Cole Custer. Custer getting through. Here they come through turn 9. Nemechek gives him a little bump. Custer hanging on. Nemechek gets into him. John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer. They're wrecking and spinning, coming to the line. Who is it going to be? Side by side through the grass.
Or excuse me,
Dillon still has the inside line. He stays in front of the 94. Chase Elliott right on his back bumper. Through turn number 9, they go. Ty Dillon with the advantage. Elliott right on his back bumper, looking to the inside at 10. They make contact. Elliott spins the 3 into the tires, and Chase Elliott trying to hang on. Across the stripe he'll go. Elliott wins in Canada.
Now, those 3 clips, all different, all at the same track, Canadian Tire, or most part, whichever you want to call it. The first one was Todd Gilliland and Noah Gregson. The second one was John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer. The third was the first actual incident at this track, which was Chase Elliott and Ty Dillon. The difference between all 3 of these is that Chase Elliott was cheered for wrecking Ty Dillon. John Hunter Nemechek was absolutely destroyed for how he raced Cole Custer. And then Noah Gregson was also equally as destroyed for how he raced Todd Gilliland. Now, I think this one makes more of a shot at the double standards more than the Logano-Kenseth thing, because that was just, some could say that Logano had it coming. But this one is a completely different thing. These are all drivers going for a win. But the thing is the way that Chase Elliott was praised and cheered and like just everyone loved him for how he raced Ty Dillon. But then when guys like John Hunter Nemechek and Noah Gregson do the same thing, they were, I guess, slaughtered for it and destroyed for it. And it doesn't make much sense. And this is where, like Chase Elliott is the golden boy, and if you do anything to the golden boy, you're screwed. AKA Denny Hamlin, look at him. And if you do something that the golden boy already did, they won't like it, because anything that the golden boy Chase Elliott does is gospel, and it's great, it's amazing, it's the best thing in the world. Chase Elliott could kill a man and everyone could love him still. Honestly, I feel like that's how things could go. And but I think it's just really stupid that things like this happen in this world. I still have one more main other clip that I have that will come out later not later, but later on in the video, I should say. That's about another golden boy of the sport of NASCAR that everyone should know. I'm not going to name him just yet. You'll see in the clip later. But once again, back to this. It's just I like Noah Gregson. I like John Hunter. I don't really like Chase Elliott. That's mainly because of his fans. Honestly, they've kind of just made me go sour on him, and the meme of him not winning races up until now, which is so great, which is ruined now. It sucks that things like this happen in this sport, that like double standards like this. It's that there was only one clean finish at Canadian Tire, really completely actually. I forgot to throw in the Cindric part. I probably could have put that in, but I didn't. But the only clean finish at Canadian Tire that I can think of is Ryan Blaney and Herman Quiroga. And that's where Blaney just crossed him over and passed him. That was a clean way to do it. Gregson, he hit Gilliland, his own teammate, and wrecked him, but he was trying to advance himself into the chase. He saw an opportunity, and he wanted to do it without having to worry about Vegas and Talladega, but either way. I wouldn't even say the same thing for... it was not the same thing for John Hunter. He was trying to just win the race, and Custer was also just trying to win the race. He was trying to get into the chase, actually, for that season of the playoffs. And Chase Elliott, honestly, I think was just there to just win the race. Ty Dillon was running full time. I don't think Chase was running full time in the trucks at that point. I'm not sure. You guys could fact check me on that. I'm not sure exactly, but Chase isn't much better than the other two, because Chase flat out wrecked Ty Dillon, even though Ty left a hole. Same thing with Todd Gilliland. Todd Gilliland left a hole, and Gregson tried to fill it. But Gregson was hated on for what he did, and same with John Hunter. But Chase Elliott was praised for how he did things. And I think that's wrong. And now I'm going to be done with that. Done with this rant, this part of it anyway. So let's move on and go onto a clip that goes all the way back to the grand year of 2008.
Free to go. Here he goes. Junior goes up the hill. Let's see if he can get a bite on the bottom of the racetrack. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway.
Ooh, man, that was tight off turn 2. He's got him. Oh, I believe he's got him this time. Oh, he turned him.
No.
Oh, he turned him. No. No.
Now here comes Clint Boyer to take the yellow flag.
Oh, no. I just tell you something. That ain't going to go over too good right there.
No, it's not.
Moments ago, there's the 88 behind the 18, this time entering 1.
Well, you see Dale Jr. hit the brakes real hard, locked the left front up. Looked like he tried to stay off of Kyle in that particular instance.
Yeah, and you had the 18 coming down to make his entrance into the corner. I'm not sure that he really thought Junior was up that far.
Okay, so now that clip right there all goes back to 2008, which was between Kyle Busch and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Obviously, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the epitome of golden boy in NASCAR. So, what happened? In May of 2008, at Richmond, the first wreck, obviously racing with 3 laps to go, Kyle Busch drove it in a little too hard into 3. Probably did not mean to wreck Junior on purpose. Honestly, I don't think he did. And took out Junior. And Clint Boyer went on to win that race. So, I mean, it kind of worked out in both ways. That Kyle Busch didn't get to win, and I guess that kind of works in Junior's favor, I guess. But then, they go all the way back to, I think, September, maybe some point in time. The fall race at Richmond, let's put it that way. And at lap 212, which is just past halfway in the race, Junior and Kyle Busch are racing for the lead. And Junior goes into turn 1, and to what I could tell, pretty blatantly takes out Kyle Busch. So now, here's where the problem is. When Kyle Busch wrecked Junior, Kyle Busch was booed to hell because it's wrecking Junior. But, like, I don't think he meant to do it on purpose. But then, Junior gets cheered for wrecking Kyle Busch on purpose. Yeah, Kyle Busch is a pain in the ass, and he's not the nicest guy in the world, and definitely is the most hated driver in NASCAR right now. But I don't think he deserved to get wrecked there. Because I honestly think he wasn't trying to wreck Junior at the first race. And I just think that, you know, if you do something to Junior, if you do something to Chase, and you get like crucified for it. That's the word I was looking for, crucified. And it sucks because that's just how the sport is, and there's no way that it's never going to change, because it was the same way when it was Jeff Gordon for a period of time, because I remember there was a period of time where Jeff Gordon was very severely hated, and that was like in the 90s or so by a good chunk of people. And it's never going to change. So there's no point in trying to like go after and try to change the sport, because then I have more reason to make videos like this, because I have an opinion that's different from everyone else's. So that's just going to basically end this video here. And let me know next in the comments what other rant type things you'd like me to rant about, because I have plenty of things I could rant about. I love to argue, and let me know if you want me to have other people in here for maybe some sort of debate type thing, or so I could try and, you know, there's different opinions, because trust me, other people have different opinions from me, and I really enjoy arguing, because I could argue about anything. So that's going to end the video here. Dub God Wells is signing off for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, comment down below, and would really appreciate it if you guys would support me on this. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Dub God Wells is outie.